What's up, everyone? On this segment of Over the Top Rope here with American Lucha Wrestling here in Burlington, North Carolina, I've got a vital part of the wrestling business and the show. I've got referee Josh here from American Lucha Wrestling.
How you doing? Good to be here. Appreciate you having me, so thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna
Don't do too many of these. I like doing them.
That's good. That's good. We're gonna pick your brain a little bit as a wrestling referee.
Okay.
As a referee, they, like I said, they are a vital part of the show. They're a huge part of the show, and I don't think people realize, that you guys are in the show just as much as the wrestlers are. If you could say something to someone wanting to become a ref or someone interested in becoming a referee in professional wrestling, what's something you would say to them?
Just go for it. Follow your dreams. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I know it's cliche, but we hear that all the time. But for real, just set a goal and do that goal. Achieve it. You're gonna have setbacks. You're gonna have. I mean, it's not easy. It's not for everybody. It's the reason I ref and I don't wrestle. So, but my hats off to all those guys in that ring. They're doing something really awesome for these fans, and to be a part of it, that's just go for it. If it's a passion that you have, it's definitely a labor of love. So if you want to go for it, just go out there, search for your local wrestling promotions around your town and stuff, and just go online. You'll find something, and just type in wrestling schools, reach out to people, go to shows. That's the best way to do it.
Because as a referee, even though you're not a wrestler, you guys still take bumps and take the hits as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. We have to be fully trained, just like the guys in the ring, for taking bumps, for any kind of things we have to do. We have to be athletic, not as athletic, but just as much. Keeping with the pace, because you don't want to get tired out in there. Because if you get tired out, you could hurt yourself, put yourself in the wrong place, hurt somebody. You don't want that. So.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing you touched on as far as like being trained and somewhat physically fit as well. Because I think to most people, they just see you and like, hey, rope break, and then 1, 2, 3, and they're like, oh, like a chimpanzee could do that. So I think that you adding that in there really kind of sets the tone for it's not just a 1, 2, 3 job.
No, we get a sweat worked up in there too. Some more than others, like myself. Working on that though. Slim down.
Slim down a little, yeah. And as a professional wrestling referee, who was your biggest influence to where you were like, I want to do that?
It's a tie between Tommy Young and Earl Hebner. And those two guys, I kind of mirror my style after them. Trying to get my speed up as quick as Tommy. There's a lot of guys out there that have his speed like that. But me, their style, Earl Hebner, kind of more of the aggressive style. I'm very vocal. I like to get loud. Nickname I used to go by is Scrappy.
Scrappy.
I was giving that my first promotion, so the kind of old school, get in your face kind of ref. I try to tone it down a little bit, but you have to be animated because that's what makes the show. You want to, they do a big move, you don't just want to stand there and
it's like with your mouth open.
Right. You want to react and give those fans like, hey, that one got the referee, whatever. So.
Yeah, I think that's I guess like a more or less or theatrical side of it that most people wouldn't think that it comes into play as a referee either. So I think that with you adding all of that in there, I think you're already painting a good picture of as a referee in professional wrestling that is more to it than just what the average individual may think. And
there's more behind the curtain than people think. A lot of times they're like, oh, is that really athletic? Yes. Trust me, I've seen what these wrestlers can do and all the drills. You got to have endurance. You got to have a lot of heart. And number one, you got to have passion. If you don't have passion, you're not going to make it.
Why? If you don't have passion, why do it at all?
Right. It's a labor, you know. Everybody's, do you make money? I was like, you can, but it takes time.
The labor of love part, right?
Right, labor of love, exactly.
And how would you say that the ALW, American Lucha Wrestling, has benefited you?
Ring time, just letting me have a chance to. I mean, a lot of like when I got in this business probably about 6 to 8 years ago, and I started off as a ref, and then I just started as camera. They put it in my hand, and I got good. And a lot of, you know, for a lot of my career, I did that, but I actually got a chance to do referee and some. ALW's really gave me a chance to put it all together, to make myself better, to get more reps, as we like to say, more ring time. You know, hone your craft, your skills. You know, sharpen yourself to where you can be the best ref you can be.
Because with refereeing, I imagine it's just like anything else. Repetition makes memory, and
exactly.
The more you do it, the more ring time you get, the better you become.
Yeah, because you talk to wrestlers and they're talking about working with a guy. You know, it's like working with yourself. It's easy. They flow together. You know, and that's the way you want a match to be. There's always going to be hiccups, but you know, being fully trained and really, you know, preparing yourself and having that repetition and ring time, that helps you, you know, not just in wrestling, but, you know, in life in general. So.
Yeah, it can take it from one and put it to another.
Yeah,
definitely.
You always bring it to different scenarios in your everyday life. And that's what we teach when we train. You know, we teach to apply the stuff that we learn in the ring, not only in there, but in life, about passion, about trying, about not giving up, about, you know,
absolutely
always doing your best.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, if you're not going to have the passion, why do it at all?
Right. Yeah. Definitely in the wrong business if you're not passionate about it. So.
Yep. That's going to do it for this episode of Over the Top Rope. I want to thank Josh from the American Lucha Wrestling for talking to us.
Thank y'all for having me.
I hope everybody learned a little something as far as a referee and professional wrestling, because you guys are a part of the show. You take bumps. You know, it's physical, and hopefully we can paint a pretty good picture.
And I have a lot of people I learn from, so not enough time to give them all shout outs. I learn from a lot of people.
There you go.